One take. This is NBA One Take featuring yours truly, Pretty Boy Lakers. This is NBA One Take for your head. NBA One Take for your brain. Coming to you live, Brooklyn, New York. This is NBA One Take, March the 25th, 2021. NBA trade deadline special. And let's get to it because it never disappoints. Look like the Cavs will be, they're going to be sending JaVale McGee back to the Denver Nuggets where he had his best stint in his career and got the big money bag. So he'll be going back to the Nuggets in a deal for the Cavs as they try to figure things out on that roster, that front. Then the Pistons, they traded DeLon Wright to the Kings for Corey Joseph. It's like they get another young guard in there, and the Pistons get a veteran to work with Killian Hayes and those guys. Orlando Magic, this is the big one. They traded Nikola Vucevic to the Bulls with Aminu for Wendell Carter Jr., Otto Porter, and 2 first-round picks. This is a big blockbuster. I like Vooch. He's a 24-10 player. Going to pair him up with Zach LaVine, Kobe White, and those guys. Lauri Markkanen was mentioned. Looks like they're going to hold on to him. And looks like Orlando, they're going in a different direction. And in doing that, Evan Fournier was traded to the Celtics to bring some long-distance shooting to that team. And we're going to see how that falls out. And it's a 3-team trade where George Hill going to be going to the Sixers. The Knicks is going to get Terrence Ferguson, and Oklahoma City is going to get Austin Rivers. Good trade for all teams, but the Sixers wanted a guard, veteran guard, as they continue to go up the Eastern Conference ladder and to going into the postseason. And this is the big one. The Nuggets is going to get Aaron Gordon for Gary Harris and RJ Hampton and 2 second-round picks. Now this is going to help Denver because now they're going to have a versatile forward that can play the 3 and the 4. And that's going to help on switches and other things when they have that length. I mean, you're losing a good defender, Gary Harris, but their record, they trying to improve on that record, and then I think having him is going to be a tremendous added value, and you could just, Mike Malone and those guys could switch and do a lot of things. Okay, and Norman Powell, he's going to Portland as they traded Gary Trent Jr. and Rodney Hood. Blazers fans is baffled by this, myself included. Norman Powell's a good player, but Gary Trent Jr., he shows something where, you know what? If we had to get rid of CJ and bring somebody else in, we still have him there that can plug into that 2 or 3 spot. But I think they went with defense. You know, potentially have him and Covington down a stretch of games that could help CJ and Dane too. So I understand why they did it. They were just thinking right now, try to go into the postseason. You lose a young player, but Portland always finds a way to acquire and draft young players. So it's a good deal for them. The Heat is going to get Bill Alicia from the Kings for some cash. The Bulls going to get Tony Brown and Mo Wagner, and the Washington Wizards is getting Daniel Gifford and Chandler Hutchinson. It's just picks. They just switching picks and trying to do different moves later, and also some buyouts and things like that. So Matt Thomas is going to go to Utah. Add some sharp shooting. There's Toronto. Still figure out what they're doing. And now Rajon Rondo is on the move to the Clippers for Lou Williams, as he's going to go back home to Atlanta and play with the Hawks. And everybody's talking about Lemon Pepper Lou going back to Magic City. Get them lemon pepper wings. I mean, it's a good joke, but it's something the Clippers needed. A heady, strong point guard, gonna get at it and hold guys accountable. And that's what you need. You need a guy that's going to be in there and fight. So, and then the big one, Miami is going to give Victor Oladipo. And they're giving Houston Avery Bradley and Kelly Olynyk. This is going to be good for the Heat. Got a guy that's going to come out. He's going to play hard, both ends. And he can get his own. And that's the thing. You always don't need Jimmy to get it. He can get it for you too. And he can also create. So this is going to be one of those. And it's going to be interesting down the stretch, I'm telling you. Hornets get Brad Wanamaker from the Golden State Warriors so they can get some cash back. Spurs traded for Marquise Chris. So Golden State is freeing up some spots. So I don't know, maybe they got some buyout guys they're looking for. And the Celtics traded Daniel Tice for Mo Wagner. So like the Bulls and Celtics is doing something. Celtics is on. I think they looking for a buyout, guys. JJ Redick to the Mavs and Nico Melli for James Johnson and Weston Wanagu. I don't think JJ is gonna go to the Mavs. I don't know JJ, but you know, he's injured right now, so we're just gonna see, because I think that's gonna be a buyout, and JJ's gonna just probably choose which team that probably he's gonna finish the rest of the year with. I won't be surprised he goes back to Philly. I won't be surprised to go back there. And Terrence Davis is coming to the Kings for 2 seconds. So Kings is just doing whatever, adding to the And it looked like the Cavs is gonna buy out Andre Drummond, and the Spurs is gonna buy out LaMarcus Aldridge. Those things is done. Once they be able to pick what team they're gonna be going for, because it's just now it's gonna be the buyout market. You know, notables like Kyle Lowry and Lonzo Ball, they wanted too much for what teams wanted to offer them, and that's why those guys wasn't moved. So you could never know. See, but this NBA Onetake's Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm out.